We're back.
Sit down.
I'm not sitting down.
Just sit down.
I'm antsy. It's my baby out there, okay? Love it.
Which one?
All of them are my children.
except for Dust.
Yeah,
that's actually my child.
Is it?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any
He's
sense.
weird. Yeah, he's a weird dude.
No.
At least he's not wearing the rabbit onesie.
I don't know what the hell that rabbit onesie's about, but that's a real problem. That's a real problem.
It's kind of a problem.
Anyways, guys, so we had a little bit of a issue. Auto buy still being on. Player didn't check it. There's one rule. It's like Fight Club, right? There's one rule.
You don't talk about Clow?
Auto buy.
Clow?
You don't talk about auto buy.
Oh, okay. Not Clow.
No.
You can talk about Clow?
Yeah, you can talk about it. Anyways, we're back into the game. It's the exact same picks and bans, obviously.
I wonder what it's like to be on a team with Clow.
It's probably quite pleasant. So if we could take a look at the items here, I want to actually see what the Hunbats is itemizing now. It'd be really funny if we actually see him buy.
All right, so he's like, I'm not going to buy anything to be safe.
No. Actually, he hasn't bought.
I'm not going to buy anything, just to be safe.
Okay, so. What?
Hello?
There's no way. Okay, go to Hunbats.
Wait, he'll have wards. He's warding.
Oh, but like, what?
And now he's in trouble. Hercules wasn't paying attention.
Oh no, that's a taunt. That's a first blood. Curtains, baby.
And just like that.
Okay,
Let's
go ahead and rewind this back just a tad here, right?
He wasn't paying attention.
Maybe if I see the Hand of the Gods come out, I'm gonna scream. It's actually auto buy right now.
No, he's fine.
He's gonna go potion. But anywho, like those deep wards that aggressive, like what are you doing?
Solo laner gets the kill. Hercules grabbing a quick trip back to the base.
Yep.
Sun Wukong credited, and this means he's about 400 gold ahead at this stage, meaning the boots come online faster, Mystical Mail comes online faster, and there's no way Hercules can fight into this. Not to mention, Wukong is guaranteed, no matter what happens in the jungle here, to be level 3 on the second wave.
Yeah.
Hercules going to be struggling big time with that.
Now, here's my question with Hercules now. The itemization of Hercules in the solo lane as this season's progressed. I mean, obviously, Mail of Renewal is like a staple in his build. What else is it looking like?
Mystical Mail, Mail of Renewal are both, I think, very important. I've been leaning a lot away towards that, away from that Jotuns. You don't need that penetration on Hercules as much as other characters. In fact, you really just want as much health to make mitigate wounds as powerful as possible.
Now, do you chalk that up to the fact that Jotuns also had the cooldown reduction, and now since you can gain it from Mail of Renewal, that you don't need it and that's why?
Yeah, plus you can get Wing Blade, bring yourself up really quick to 25%, and then get something like Spirit Robe for 40. Like, that makes you dangerous.
Chapu's going to get crippled, eats a tidal wave as well. And now he does have Cloud rotating in, and they're going to just snake those Harpies away. And really, they were probably more afraid of the fact that Cloud could drop a portal on them and then really just set up the Thor even more.
Oh, that Earthbreaker is kind of showing a little bit of a sign of weakness, showing Uzi like, yeah, Uzi, you can bully this lane. In fact, you're going to bully this lane. Hercules has got to be very careful here.
And since it is on cooldown now, really, I honestly think that the Hercules' best bet here is to try to get cheeky and just get a pull underneath the tower.
Yes, yeah, right, but I don't think that it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be given to him. Yeah. I really don't see any opportunity where Uzi goes, yeah, I'm going to let you do that.
This is like really systematic and weird, and Chapu goes right in, and the Thor passive giving him extra power. He's going to probably be able to clean this one up. Nope. And they force out overhand smash at least, and Hunbats early on, maybe I'm just bad, but like I go through mana so fast with him.
Yeah, no, he is a very mana-intensive character. Requires a lot to clear camps, especially in the early game. You can see very low in health as well. He might see a trip back to the base soon, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's been fighting unsuccessfully, fighting for camps that he hasn't gained. Chapo going into 2, though.
Yep, he sees him. He's just basically saying, hey, yeah, I'm Thor. I have a big old hammer, and, well, if I want to go in here, I can probably kill the Hunbats, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to wait on Cloud to return to lane. And Cloud actually goes back, and he elects to grab Aegis right away, just in case of the Fear No Evil that's inevitably going to be coming to him.
Well, it's the Kraken, right? Like, he doesn't want to put himself in a position where he's going to give back that first blood. He'll spend a little bit of gold now to prevent that first blood from coming out. And
now Poseidon barely dodging the Unstable Vortex here. What Poseidon really needs to do is focus on getting these last hits so he can get the mana back from Vampiric Shroud so he can crack it.
I'm sorry, does Poseidon have a potion of magical might? Can we check in with Poseidon, please?
Is that what you saw?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my God, he does.
I noticed because he only has the Vamp Shroud, so he's really looking to fight. This makes the Aegis even better because if that Aegis stops him from going down, stops Clow from falling to first or second blood, I would guess. This completely negates that Potion of Magical Might.
Ozzy now still bullying, but really? For like, what? Potion of Magical Might already? Like, that is really ballsy. Now, granted, he is on the Chaos side, so he does have a couple steps ahead. Yeah. So maybe he was just trying to shove the wave down and force Cloud to just eat a wave, which, for all intents and purposes, is really important. This is a kill.
He's going to go for it, I think. He's waiting for his cudgel. He has one more spell cast necessary, and...
What?
I don't know.
Hello?
Oh my God,
no.
Oh.
No way.
What in the world was that?
Is this real life? Mitigate wounds popped, and now they've given up on going through it because Cloud accidentally goes through that very short portal.
Wait, Chapo.
And now Chapu, he's here, and there's the Neath ultimate coming in as well. Kraken's going to hit Chapu, though. Likely to fall if they continue on him, but he doesn't.
You know, God bless the Athena ult right there, keeping him alive. But the Kraken goes off unsuccessfully, and at 4 minutes, that means we are going to see a loss of the Potion of Magical Might, only for about a minute, but at the same time, you can see that Elevate still maintains their lead. Honestly, it's 2-0, and this thing's, it's starting to shape up where it's not in a good spot for Vengeance, but I still got to give them a ton of credit because they're playing with 3 subs.
I'm still surprised that Uzi wasn't able to get that kill on the solo lane.
I don't know what that was.
Like,
he might not have had mana. It looked to me like he had one more spell cast.
It did. I saw the exact same thing. It's almost as if like he thought he was dead just from the minions anyways, because minions early on are super strong, but it's still Hercules, and now he returns in the lane and just gets driving like right into the wall.
That was the cast we saw. He was under the tower. He went for the animals. Didn't quite give him the damage. He needed to go for the cudgel and walk away. He took a rather strange route, more aggressive route, but it didn't pay off, obviously.
Yeah. Beads 1 coming out for the Poseidon here. And like I said with my cast with Bart, the one thing you will notice is that beads and actives come on extremely early on the Xbox One, especially beads. If you're a squishy character, beads 3 is done sub 15 minutes every single time.
Yeah.
Which isn't always the case.
See, on PC, you have turn speed. It's just everyone has maximum turn speed at all times, and a lot of players can't function like that with an analog. Most players can't, in fact. So having that leeway that beads will give you to be able to walk out of certain things is extremely valuable.
Yeah, I haven't decided if I like the fact that Sun Wukong's back at the very top, or if I love it, right? Like a lot of people sit back and go, "Oh man, Sun Wukong, he was so good in the early stage of PC Smite." But I'm looking at him like, I never got to experience those days, and Wukong looks awesome.
See, Wukong has a strange augmentation to his damage to creeps. All that damage used to just be there, like on players.
Oh god!
So it used to just hit people for like 300.
The bonus damage. Athena taunt into the mid lane, followed up by the Neath ultimate. Whirlpool will slow him down a bit. Kraken on the mark, and now the Spirit Gun won't be able to clean him up, but it will stop the fight from happening.
That teleport actually had Chapo almost, right in the nick of things. He just got barely out of that.
This should be a kill. He's waiting on Cudgel to come up. His ultimate's going to come down. This is going to be the exact same thing. He misses it. Mitigate wounds still there. Cudgel will clean him up, though.
That time, he took the safer route. Used the Cudgel, got the kill. That's the second death for Hercules. They both have boots up, but you look at the gold, and there's almost 1,000 in between them, which means we're going to see a Steel Mail versus an Iron Mail come out in, I would say, the next 3 minutes, and that's not going to be something that Hercules can fight back from.
And when you look at the entire gold differential between the two teams, it's 1,700, which means 1,000 of it's just coming from the solo lane. This is why this role is so important on every platform.
And Hercules can't be a frontliner without items. That's not how the game works. Wukong can play well from behind because he has animals, he has Somersault Cloud. You're just going to see Achilles, who's listed as Air Cougar here. You're going to see Achilles run into this fight, and he's just going to get decimated. You see the Iron Mail, there it is. Steel Mail coming out for Wukong, meaning he has more health, more defense. Bye-bye.
Mjolnir's right into it. Berserker Barrage there. And now Sylvanas, his ult will only hit the Athena. And with no follow-up, this means there won't be a kill. But as Thor takes to the sky, ba-boom! Chapu says hello as he slam dunks the Funk. And now Athena ultimate coming down. And Hunbats is actually out of mana here. So this is like the worst case scenario for him. If he would have gotten hit by that taunt, Hunbats is just like, all right, guys, GG.
It would have been at least 190 from the shield wall, and then another probably 110 to 120 from 2 auto attacks from Thor at this stage. Actually, more than that. I didn't realize he already had his mace online. That would have been a kill. He was barely off the mark, just slightly outside the range of the reach.
Yep. Now, I do like the fact that we're seeing Cloud build into the power boots here on Giannis. Now, in the Eager matchup, we saw that, you know, Sam Bam decided to go into the CDR.
He likes to follow Lassus' route.
I really just, Unstable Vortex, you can pretty much secure that damage consistently, right? With Threshold and Portal, you can kind of just cut their options down to use it. So when that hits, like, good God.
For me, I think I like the power boots better, the pen boots better, specifically because if you don't do 15% cooldown reduction, don't get full CDR, it allows you to go to Mail of Renewal.
Yeah.
And Mail of Renewal, to me, is an item that belongs on every character in the game that's not a hunter.
See, that's crazy. I've yet to see that or anyone do that, but my God, if that's the case. Taunt follows it up, Whirlpool slows him down. And see, that right there, that interaction is exactly what I'm talking about when you're watching Xbox One Smite and what everyone should key in on. When a Whirlpool drops at someone's feet, their initial reaction is to just slowly turn because that's all they can do to try to get out.
Right.
And they end up taking an additional tick. You compass that in with Gem of Isolation, and you have a character who's actually taking an additional like 3 ticks as opposed to what they would on the PC. Unless they beads. It forces beads.
This aggression, man. Vengeance is really starting to bleed. We're going to see Chapo take to the air once again. Trouble. Got him.
Straight down. Neath ultimate coming in as well. Puka has been Ron Point with this, as now we will see the Sylvanas try to just kind of get out of there. He used his ultimate. He's not that worried about it, but you can just tell that they're getting kind of flustered at this point.
I mean, honestly, they should be. I mean, you look at the gold, it's almost at 3K at this point. Gold Fury's still available, and Vengeance just has no real team control to grab it. Their only chance at this point would be a really sick Fear No Evil into Kraken combo to secure it on a steal. They can't go for it themselves. They don't have the damage.
Now, we've always talked about, you know, people who are ahead or below, and there is no worse feeling than being a Sylvanas who doesn't have items.
Yeah, I mean, he's 4,000 gold right now compared to the 4,500.
He's like 400 gold down, but that'll inevitably just end up being just so much more in these next team fights.
I think another part, we haven't talked about the dual lane or the hunters really at all, and
no.
You look at Neath, she's winning in stacks. She has 102, winning by about 150 gold. I mean, the kill that he received was on a player who was already kind of down, so it's not getting a lot. Hercules, though, getting the better Uzi here. Thor, though, I mean, easily turning that one around.
Yeah. Thor is so hard on both Xbox and PC that it's just impressive to watch players actually use him on the Xbox One efficiently. Like, when I try to play Thor, like in playtests or just like at home in the morning before like I go into work, I'm like, what? Dude, how?
What's your gamer tag?
Scott Gandhi, bro. Just like all things.
Yes.
It's called branding. Rule of threes.
Ozzy, getting better use of the teleport here. It's his second activation of the item.
Yep.
Doing well with it. Keeping Achilles locked down under his tower. Now behind his tower. Right side camp's going to blue once again. You
know, this kind of looks like when we did that caster or high-res versus high-res matchup.
All right,
and you went against me, and you were destroying me.
I thought you did the high-res versus pros.
No. I was going to give you some credit for once in your life. But yeah, it's not fun.
Look at this. Kraken goes off. No one falling just yet. Fear No Evil on the turnaround, but not enough damage from Hun Bot.
Boom, baby.
That's what we're looking
and
for.
And that is perfect coordination there. You see the somersault from Wukong coming in as well as the dunk from Thor. Perfect calculation, making sure they secure the kill.
Plus, they still had 2 more members chasing them in, like pigeonholing them into that choke point. And like the Spartans of old, just shoved them right down.
Yeah. Shield wall, baby. You're only as strong as your friends with shields. Or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's actually
I botched it completely.
No, that was definitely it.
Yeah, okay, that's it. Okay,
no, you were
all
right.
I needed was a second person to confirm it, but yeah, okay, that's good. I'm glad that's it.
Oh my God.
Speed buff, blue buff, mid harpies, purple buff, all taken.
We have only seen 1 shutout on PC throughout the entirety of this split.
Oh, well, really?
And so far, we could see the second. This would probably be the first in pro Xbox history as well.
At least on LAN, for sure. Yeah. I'm sure it's definitely happened online. Well, in the early stages of Smite, I mean, it was an open bracket in game battles.
I personally believe that the tournaments up until now, except for UMG, the MLG tournaments were qualifiers and they didn't count.
Yeah.
Right. This is the first pro tournament.
Yeah. This is 100% the first pro tournament. I stand with you on that one.
But poor Code, man. Like, this is not going well.
Well, what they really need to do is just eventually just need to say, okay, we're no longer in lanes. We're going to hang out and just split experience where we can, which is going to take forever.
Right.
And they're just going to have to turtle and wait for Elevate to get aggressive and then come in. But the problem is Sylvanas just got caught at the Gold Fury, and that's that's pretty much devastating to their team comp.
And that was a free kill, too, because all the while, Cloud was just sending shots down to the other members. I mean, look at Bumbots here. Countless lucky stars, I imagine, that cudgel didn't connect, but Uzi, unconvinced, ready to take this one all the way to the back line.
Yep, Shabu up into the sky, down he goes, and rest in pepperonis, Hercules. Well, actually, shout out to Mitigate Wounds, keeping him alive for just a little bit longer, but there's not a lot they can do.
And that's Tower, maybe a tier 2 as well. You're going to see Elevate really start to take control of this game. You thought it was bad before, it's going to get worse. 11-0 right now as the graphs dictate after this, an 8,000 gold lead at 13 minutes.
Yeah, and this is kind of how these games are going to go early on, especially. Like, the top teams are so far ahead of the other teams inside of their pools that it's really a battle for second place in each pool.
Yeah. Juice likely to win Pool B. Yep. Eager definitely going to be winning Pool A. Yeah. Elevate most likely going to be winning Pool D. It's Pool C that's very interesting to me.
Pool C is the good.
We got, Release is very strong. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Elevate is in Pool C. It's Release, it's Elevate, and it's Vanquish. 3 very strong teams.
It's impressive that you know that. Like, the pools. I need a graphic. I can't remember that.
I mean, I've just been talking about Pool C as the death pool. You know, poor Vengeance got thrown into this pool there, the bottom seed, least likely to get out against, I would say, Pool C contains 3 teams that are likely to get top 5.
Okay. Fire Giant getting started up here. And
this is a good call. This is a really good call. I don't know if anyone spots this.
Yeah.
Wait, Cloud's starting to rotate, and they're going to give it up.
They almost have to. Now, they were doing their best to get into that spot. Now, by the way, keep in mind, Air Cougar is not actually Air Cougar.
Right,
that is Achilles. And now Uzi's going to come straight in here.
Whoa!
And Nico just blasted.
I thought, I like the Fear No Evil. He used the Fear No Evil perfectly as a deterrent to the follow-up of the World Weaver. Nobody, including myself, expected that World Weaver to send him to the grave.
Well, look at it. He's got Transcendence, he's got Soul Eater, he's got Power Boost.
Bad.
And Hercules here, he's doing a good job staying alive. Ultimate comes out, and now he's just hitting the jukes. And the best form of juke on the Xbox One is always the figure 8.
And that's going to be it. It took 4, but he will go down 13-0 as Uzi is credited with yet another kill.
So, priorities from the Hunter role, right? If you're ahead, do you rush into the boots? Or if you're ahead, do you get Soul Eater online so you can't be outboxed?
In the case of Shibalanke, I think it was smart of him to go into the Soul Eater to try to sustain through the Unravel sustain. Okay. For Neath, I definitely agree 100% with her going right into boots for damage. I think they both took the correct path. The issue is that one of these Hunters has 2 kills and 3 assists thanks to a global ultimate, whereas the other one is just trying to stay alive in his lane.
Yeah, pretty much. And the fact that Shibalanke doesn't have a single active at this point, I'm like, what? Hello? Are you there? Like, you have Wukong and Athena. Actually, scratch that. You just have Athena at this point. Like, that's all you need at the 15-minute mark to warrant beats.
Oh, my Lord.
And as Zorpi's going to get forced all the way out, Giannis is going to say, oh, by the way, I'm still here. Through the portal, he will go. He's going to chase this kill. Unstable Vortex waiting to hit. And will he be able to do it? He does have the Athena with him, which will give him sufficient peel.
Good shot.
Now we will see. We got one.
Yeah, the shutout is deterred here, as Cloud, of course, the one to do it. No surprise.
Plowboys. Shapu's just going to slam down and dunk it, as now the Whirlpool will go right at their feet as well. And Shapu's going to get a second kill here, as Athena's going to just make it out by the skin of her teeth. And now you will see Uzi just kind of chill on this, and they're going to have to invest a lot into Hercules. And that's, well, because he's the champion of Rome.
Unstoppable.
All right, Neath back to the base here. I wonder if we're going to see a timeout from Vengeance. Try to regain a little bit of their composure.
It wouldn't be the worst idea possible, right? Yeah, there's probably nothing better than saying, okay, well, things are getting a little bit out of hand. Let's just call a timeout and slow this down just a bit. But who knows, right? Who knows?
Ozzy rotates over to left, try to control the lane. Neath still standing in the base. Soul Eater in hand.
She's waiting on the gold, bro. She's waiting on the Manny.
Left side tier 1 could be in trouble. Ozzy actually has a lot of damage here. Gustavi taking some damage himself, but a level 14 Shibalanke is probably no threat at this stage of the game.
Yeah, no chance. Xbalanque needs the stars to align, as now Hunbats is going to be here. Giannis still going to get stuck. The taunt's going to give him enough deal. Is he going to be able to live? The unstable vortex isn't enough, and now the Wukong still there. Crashing down comes Chapu. He goes up, and now he's going to dodge it, and now the Kraken's going to hit him right on the mark. They probably don't want to stay fighting this.
Toadman, great Aegis to stop the stun, plus throws out a really nice whirlpool to deter the issue. The rest of his team is getting annihilated, and with the boulder coming through, it's not going to be enough to gain the kill. Neath rejoins the game, throws out a World Weaver immediately, and another gorgeous Aegis Chapo going through the driving strike, credited with the double is Uzi, and they're going to be 22-2. With enough on the map for them to make a decent choice here.
Yeah. Toadman at least will be able to absorb all that XP in the duo lane there, just for a little bit at least. And it looked like Neath was waiting on going into execution.
So this is a 2 out of 3 set. This is not the normal SPL 2 games.
Yeah.
With that, this is F6 territory for me.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean,
can you do that though at this event?
I mean, absolutely. You got to take the chance because at this point, your first game, you're not going to make a 12,000 gold comeback in 19 minutes. It's almost impossible. At this point, all they're going to do is frustrate themselves.
23,000 experience.
I mean, I'm telling you, man, it's not a joke.
Nice.
Let's check out the levels. Let's look at the levels.
Yeah. Now, there you go. And there's no 20. Oh my sweet.
There's not a single 20.
Sweet baby smite Jesus.
And look at Chapo and Uzi here. 809 apiece. Athena right now. Gustavi Wiggles 2014.
Oh, he got. No follow-up.
Has not left this lane, and she's 307.
Yeah, well, World Weaver, bro.
It's a hard move.
You know Scott Sears out there watching it like, oh, man, my Neath is such a good design. He loves it. This is actually Scott's paradise here. All right, the lead designer here.
Janice, Neath, Athena.
Janice, Neath. Just need a Wheelish in there.
More globals.
Yeah. Is Wukong his too? I think Wukong's his.
Yeah, redo Wukong is his, yeah.
So there you this is like Scott Sears' game.
I've been waiting for this comp for my whole life. Chapo, beautiful teleport, puts him behind 3, but dodges the whirlpool, and then immediately Gustavi rotates over.
This is a full-blown bait, and you can just see Vengeance go, okay, no, nope. The cavalry was there. I'm out.
Man, I just don't know what Vengeance does to get back into this game. I mean, it has to be the throw to end all throws from the side of Elevate.
I guess maybe if you turtle enough that you can sit back and go, well, you know, maybe I just forgot how to play, right? But even still, they don't even have the ability to turtle. The Kraken in the back line, and now Poseidon completely out of mana. Just basically has to try to live this one out. And he's got decent peel here from the Hercules, but it's probably not enough, as he will get taken down. Cloud gets another kill. Uzi then picking up again, and now Hunbats. Well, you're basically in an Elevate sandwich, and you're in a lot of trouble. But
another great shot from Puka. This is going to put a 10-0-10 monkey right on the front line, and I don't see Uzi really being deterred by much that he can do.
Yep. And really, shout out to Puka. Puka he's been so, he's just had such a great grind throughout the Xbox One Smite, and he's one of those players who always keeps me in the loop in the sense of how he feels the state of the game is and what needs to be worked on and what features he would like in. And when a guy like that gets success, I'm just really happy.
Hand of the Gods 3, Hercules.
I told you, auto buy.
Yeah, no. What this is the last ditch effort. This is him going, I'm going to teleport to the Fire Giant and I'm going to try to steal it. Unfortunately, they didn't go to the Fire Giant. He bought it for no reason, wasted his teleport, and now poor Hercules is still sitting on one real item.
Yes.
Look at the difference. Look at the difference.
Dude.
There's a 4,200 gold difference between the solo laners to the tune of a Jotun's Wrath and a Runeforge Hammer. I mean, you don't come back from that.
You can't.
And that's why he has the Hand of the Gods.
Just scroll through all the charts here. I mean, look at the net worth. Every single member of Vengeance on the bottom 5. Go to player damage too, if you will, as if we will watch the slap fight of Athena on Sylvanas. And bottom 2 is actually Hunbats and Sylvanas, as now Chapu goes right into the middle of the action. Fear no evil plus a Kraken will be good to just slow him down a bit, but it's not good enough to actually stop this fight from happening. And so although Sylvanas has hit a root and hits a pull there, it's still not helping them a lot at all. Hercules comes in, throws a boulder, and just is like, oh yeah, cool. Now they'll chase down the monkey, and this is looking like game 1's pretty much done.
We just heard Divine, Killing Spree, and Rampage, and this was after we heard the Divine in the last engagement coming out from Uzzy.
Shout out to the Kepri announcer pack.
Oh, yeah.
You know who wrote that?
You?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah,
The expected F6.
Basically an F6, right? I mean, it was over.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know what they do. Right? They have to talk it out. The big problem is that they have 3 subs. The team chemistry is already in the hole. And the first thing that happens is Hercules is clearly not paying attention whatsoever. He was looking at his friend's screen, talking about whatever, and he died.
I'll tell you what. My thing for me is the Hunbats pick so far this weekend. Like, Hunbats is a god who on the PC really kind of almost not relies on the Sacred Monkey, but the Sacred Monkey is such a good tool to have in the back that you throw it out there, you cast it, and then you get into the action, and then you throw the Fear No Evil, which hasn't been the case here on the Xbox, if you notice. What's happening is people are jumping in as Hunbats and then throwing down the ultimate, so they have no escape.
Yeah.
So normally the initiation is the skill shot, not the leap.
Right.
And so on Xbox, it's reversed. And so that's why you probably saw Hunbats actually only do like 5,800 damage that entire time, because
I just still think it's so poetic that the only deaths on the side of Elevator were from Cloud.
Huh?
I wouldn't have had it any other way.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to hop to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have game number 2. Stay tuned.